I am Mayor Richard Royce, and I want to talk to you today about the city's finances. And I know the city finances might seem something like only accountants need to worry about, but what I'm going to share with you today affects all of us in this community. The roads we drive on, the parks our kids play in, and the police who keep our neighborhoods safe. So I'm going to keep this simple and straight to the point, no jargon, just the facts. When you look at our city's finances from last year compared to the year before, the numbers look a lot worse. And people are rightfully asking what happened, but also wrongfully blaming the current staff. The honest answer is the city books were incorrectly kept for several years. Some costs were flat out being left out. Once our new team fixed that and put all the numbers where they're supposed to be, the full picture became clear. And it's bigger than we were all led to believe. Imagine you've been splitting a household expense with your roommates, but one of them hasn't been paying their fair share for years. On paper, your household looks like it's pretty good, until somebody finally adds it all up and says, wait, someone hasn't been paying and we're actually $12,000 short. That problem didn't appear overnight. It was always there. You just couldn't see it. And that's essentially what happened here. Inside City Hall, different departments share certain services, things like maintaining city vehicles, paying for insurance, and keeping our computers running. The cost of those shared services are supposed to be split fairly among all the departments that use them. What we found is that some departments, including the main city account that pays for your everyday services, were not being charged their fair share. The bills were going unpaid for years inside the city's own accounting system. Over time, that added up to a hidden shortfall of $12.7 million. That's money the city owed to itself that was never properly recorded. Our new finance team has now gone back and fixed those records. They made sure every department is being charged what it actually costs to run, and when you do that, when you put the numbers where they actually belong, the deficit gets bigger. This debt is not new, it's been there for years. And although this current council and staff did not cause these accounting errors, we're the ones responsible for fixing them. By the end of June 2024, the savings account had about $3.5 million in it, which was already low. But because the accounting wasn't right, things looked better than they actually were. After our team corrected the books, by the end of June 2025, that savings account was estimated at just over $1 million. For the current year, which ends June 30th, 2026, we are projecting a shortfall of about $13.8 million. That means we expect to spend roughly $13.8 million more than we bring in. That number reflects lower tax revenues than anticipated, the corrected accounting charges we just talked about, and the rising costs across the board. Here's what we've already done. We hired a new city manager, a new finance director, we brought outside financial experts, and together they spent months going through 2 years of records that had fallen behind, and they are getting our books realigned and back in order. We've also directed our staff to come back to us in June with a real, honest budget for next year, one that reflects what we actually have and what we actually owe. No more estimates that sound too good to be true. We're also building what we call a workout plan, a step-by-step recovery plan that includes reducing what we spend, using one-time opportunities like potential land sales, and working to grow our local community with more businesses and tax dollars to come to Banning over the years. I won't pretend this isn't as serious as it is. And there are going to be some tough decisions ahead about where to spend money and where to pull back. But here's what I can promise you. We will make those decisions together, in public, with your voice at the table and your family's well-being at heart. We're not going to hide behind the hard stuff. We're going to work through this together. If you want to learn more, I invite you to come to our next City Council meeting, visit the city's website for a full report, or just call City Hall. We work for you, and we want to hear from you. We've got a tough road ahead of us, but I believe in this community, and I know we will find our way through this together.